Hello, good to see you all. And today we're going to be looking at the Inkee Falcon 3-axis gimbal and working out whether or not this is going to be useful for you and your action camera filmmaking. So without further ado, let's get into it. So you might be asking yourself, with GoPro's Hypersmooth being as good as it is, do I even need a gimbal? Well, the answer is maybe, and I'll tell you why. First of all, Hypersmooth doesn't really work at night. So if you want nighttime footage, which isn't always the best on a GoPro on its best day, you're going to need a gimbal for that. When you move around like this, all of those movements are being smoothed out. So if you were just holding it on a pole and twisting it round, it would just twist at the same rate as your hand, and your hand's not perfect. But this, you see, it smooths out all of your moves. It's also really useful for vlogging, that kind of thing, because you can triple press on the trigger and then it will turn and face you into a sort of selfie mode, which is really cool. And then you double press to reset to the standard operation there. It also has different modes. So there's a mode which actually goes up and down with you as well. There's also an FPV mode. Now, FPV stands for first person view, and that enables you to almost mimic a person, like peeking around corners or looking down and around, and it's really quick. This has your portrait view, and it's got the inception mode, so that you can do a cool little spinny move like this as you're going through bushes. The plastic is very hardy feeling, and it's a mixture of metal and plastic parts. There's nice little features like foam protection in between the different parts of the gimbal, and the tripod feels really robust and strong and has rubber where you need it to grip on, and also on the bottom here, so that you're not screwing plastic into plastic. And it means that when it's screwed on like so, it's gripped on there nicely. The joystick is very responsive, and all the buttons feel really nice too. For $100, I think it's quite a good purchase. Now, there are other competitors, but not all of them can control the actual camera with the buttons on the side, which is really, really useful. And not all of them have joysticks, and not all of them have all the different modes that this one does. So it's a very fully featured, robust, reliable gimbal for $100. I don't think you can really go wrong with that. And if you buy it off Amazon, you can always try it out and return it anyway. Now, is this gimbal better than the Karma grip? So if you've got a GoPro Hero 8 or 9, then 100% yes, because the Karma grip is only compatible with the Hero 5, 6 and 7, which is a couple of years old now. Size-wise, you can see it's significantly smaller. The Karma doesn't have a joystick on it. In fact, it's quite simple. So what cameras is it compatible with? Well, all of them. So all action cameras that come with the two little fingers at the bottom can clip in here because it's got a GoPro style mount. So from within the app, you can also control the gimbal there. So, spinning it around in any orientation you want it. So with the app, you can change the settings, change the speed. So you get 3 different speeds. This is on the medium speed for the joystick. You can have a low speed and a high speed. It also allows you to adjust the strength of the motors, and also updates are coming. So I'm sure more features are going to be available soon. I'm hoping that they do a time-lapse feature where you can set your start point and your end point and then just get it to do a time lapse moving from A position to B position. I'm sure that won't be difficult for them to implement. So would I recommend this? Well, that depends. If you have the GoPro 7, 6 or 5, then I probably would say to just stick with the Karma grip, because that can be picked up cheaper now. The fact that it's charging your camera whilst you use it is really, really useful. But if you want to save on size, and you want something with a few more features than the Karma grip, and also if you've got a Hero 8, 9 or probably the 10, then you're not going to be able to use the Karma grip anyway, so this will be perfect for you. Now, is it perfect itself? Not quite, but for the money, it's very, very good. After all that, hopefully you know exactly where you are with gimbals, and if you have any more questions, then feel free to join in the comments down below. And if you have any other points of view, or you know of other gimbals that you might think are better than this one, then please, by all means, let us know in the comments. And as always, thanks for joining, and see you on the next one.